Not really anything too super exciting at the moment, but just sort of a little bit of an update of it all. So you can see, so I thought I'd sort of draw this out. Where I've got this support here, you can see this is where buyers had been. Make this just zone here. So you know that the buyers are here. Price comes down, pushed it up. Price comes down, pushed it up. So that's where the buyers are sitting. At the moment, we've seen the buyers have pushed up a little bit higher. So they're not allowing price to get back here. So instead of sort of sitting at this level buying at 53, they're like, look, I've got a chance, I'll buy it at 56. So, you see the sellers have moved up to here. So then we look at the other side of it all. We look at the buyers. The buyers have moved up to there. We look at the other side. So you got sellers that are up here. As you can see, this one here. Whoop, sellers, sellers. Now, as its sort of prices come up, they've gone, well, you know what? We're not going to wait to sort of sell it up here. I want to sell it low, sell it a bit sooner. So they pushed it down over here. Now, it's not obviously to exact cent because you got this high here, high, high, but you can see the candles are basically not closing above these levels here. So the sells that were up here have now sort of moved down to over here. So now we want to sort of see who's going to win. It's kind of like a tussle between the two. Are the buyers going to keep pushing up here? And then instead of buying this level, are they going to push up and then start buying at this top level here? We're seeing it push up a little bit now, so maybe this is about to happen. But what you want to see is that sort of, as it goes up and down, it's a tussle. Get it here, they sell it. Get it here, they buy it. Get it here, they sell it. You want to sort of see that these guys here are going, you know what? Buying pressure is pretty strong. Instead of selling it for here, maybe we put our sells back up over here. And they do what we saw last time and they go, yep, cool. When it comes up here, we're just going to sell it again. This will give us what, as I said, is called a breakout. So we're seeing that sort of like it's in this zone, it's broken out of this zone, and it should go back up to test whether the sellers that were selling it at this level here are sort of coming back to do that again. So we see if this breaks out here, then I'm looking for 60, sorry, not used to these numbers, 2165, and then the same sort of deal there. Are we going to see that the sellers just push it back down from here, or are they going to give up this level, and then we start to look up higher again? And the same goes if you're sort of moving down to the other side, but obviously at the moment it's looking like it's pushing a little bit higher. Cool. So yeah, just a quick sort of follow up from that last sort of trade. As you can see, it dragged along here a couple of times. It kind of tried to sort of break out a few times here, but this is why we got these different time frames levels marked out. So D1 being daily resistance, H1 obviously hourly resistance and that. And you can see, as we sort of charted last time, it was breaking out here, and that daily kept knocking it back time and time again. But once it broke through there and had your little back test, bang, as you can see, comes up here and smacks back in. So now the question is sort of like, what are the cells going to do from what we saw last time? So this is where we were. So we were thinking the sellers were here. They've given up this level here. That's fine. They said, look, let's move back up here. Let's try and sell it from here again now. So the same sort of deal goes as we sort of had sort of around this period here. I don't imagine these things don't generally break the first time, but I wouldn't be surprised if we see a little bit of a push back here and then maybe a push through to the top side. Once we go through there, and we can look, okay, where else have we seen some selling before? So you would sort of think up around 2177 could be a level. But again, sort of previously, before this sort of broke down through this period here, we had some buying happening around here, and this is our next daily resistance level. So I would say that this would be your next level that we'd be looking for, just up around here. This one here. So up around here, if we break through 2165, I would say 2174 is the next one that we're going to be sort of looking for. Just across the zone here. And again, we're going to see if they sell us, basically what is happening is market's trying to sell it from this point. They've tried to sell it, they've tried to sell it, they gave it up, they tried to sell it from here and try to push down, push down. Buying overcame it. Okay, that's fine. And so we've started to move back up this side here. They're going to try and sell it from here before. We know that they've tried to sell it from here, or they've been happy to sell it from this level before. If this goes, then that's why we're going to start to go. They're going to retreat basically. Sellers are coming down, sellers are coming down. Okay, they've been overrun. So where's the next safe haven for them? And that's basically to come back up here, and they're going to be starting to sell it from up at this zone here next. And that's going to be the next step, moving back up here. Yeah, just do one sort of last sort of follow up on that gold trade. As you can see, pretty much is where we were yesterday. I was sort of saying, look, I've broken through this. The sellers, they retreated from this level up to sort of safety over here. This is on the 1 hour, so you can see it a little bit, but it shows better if you get down onto the lower time frame, where you can see that, you know, and as I said in that last video, you know, it's going to come up here. Very rarely do these things go through in first go. I said it'll sort of come up here, clipped it here. We know the buyers are here. We know the buyers are here. They gave it another shot down here. Bang, and buying just came up and pushed it through right again. So you see this super fast move up to the top side here. We got something similar that happened over here. This is generally because this is where you'd have a whole bunch of stops sitting. So you'd have it. They would have just been sitting because remember, these are the sellers, these are the sellers. People are going, okay, look, you know what, if it goes past here, this is where I'm going to have my stop. So anyway, this is where the stops would be, just sitting here. And as price moved through here, triggered a whole bunch of stops and flew up really fast, really quickly. And then obviously more people started selling into trying to sort of drive it down again. So I said, yes, look, okay, sellers are going to retreat. Where they're going to retreat to, they're going to retreat up to this line over here. And as you can see, bang, this is exactly where they came up to. Same similar price action down here. Clip that known zone, sold down. Clip that known zone, sold down. Push through, fired up. Again, you would have had stops up just above these areas here. And this is why you're seeing these largest moves here. Like this is going from 73 up to 80, so a $6 move in just over 15 minutes, because that's hitting stops as it flies back up over here, and same action here, sells back down afterwards, sells back down afterwards. So that was certainly a pretty good trade, and as I said, that's just pretty much a bit of a breakdown of how that sort of price action will sort of work. We're seeing it up against this next level of resistance. They're really the big one that you want to be looking for now, since you're up over here. There's a few zones, but this is the big one here, because if you can get up here, we're going to see a big move of this, but they're going to be sitting all the way along here. So that's where your next lot of stops are probably going to be sitting. You might sort of see them a little bit lower down over here above this sort of daily resistance and that wick high from the other day from CPI. But I would say above 86, and you're going to see some fast moves, and that's going to be opening the door up to a test of 2200.